The public should have been given more information in the aftermath of the Southport stabbings, the government's independent terrorism reviewer has said. Jonathan Hall KC warned that near silence from authorities is no longer an option in a social media age. He also appeared to rubbish Sir Keir Starmer's defense that going public could have collapsed the trial. His report further rejected calls to widen the definition of terrorism, but proposed a new offense for non-ideologically motivated individuals who plot mass killings. Following the Southport stabbings, the lack of information from cops fueled internet speculation of Axel Rudakubana's background and claims of a government cover-up. In his report today, Mr. Hall, the government's independent reviewer of terrorism legislation, suggested the wall of silence was a mistake. He said, "In the digital era, if the police do not take the lead in providing clear, accurate, and sober details about an attack like Southport, others will." Social media is a source of news for many people, and near silence in the face of horrific events of major public interest is no longer an option. In January, PM Sir Keir defended his actions last summer by insisting the release of details could have seen Beast Rudakubana walk away a free man. But Ms. Hall said, following Southport, the disinformation generated on social media, combined with widespread allegations of cover-up, risked far more prejudice to any trial than the placement of undisputed facts about the attacker in the public domain. He suggested some reform to contempt of court laws might need to be considered. Riots swept the country last summer as incorrect information swirled on social media, with a migrant hotel targeted by thugs. Rudakubana was in January jailed for 52 years for the murder of Bede King, 6, Elsie Stancombe, 7, and Alice da Silva Aguirre, 9, at a Taylor Swift-themed dance class. He was not sentenced for terror offenses because prosecutors said the stabbings were not ideologically motivated. Mr. Hall has rejected calls, including suggestions from the PM, to widen the definition of terrorism to net people like Rudakubana. But he did propose a separate offense for someone who is caught planning an attack on 2 or more people that is not ideologically motivated, with a maximum sentence of life in jail. It is not currently an offense for an individual to plot an attack by themselves, unless sufficient steps are taken that the conduct amounts to an attempt. Mr. Hall said, "This means that no prosecution would be available if the police raided an address and found careful handwritten but uncommunicated plans for carrying out a massacre." A government spokesman said, "We agree that we must look at how social media is putting long-established principles around how we communicate after an attack like this under strain. We must look again at this to be able to tackle misinformation head-on. Counter-terror police are already considering this issue, and we have asked the Law Commission to conclude its own review into the rules around contempt of court as soon as possible."